There's an extra person here.
Yes.
Please explain.
This is Marissa Roberto.
Hi, Marissa.
Vancouver, welcome her to the city. She's moved from Toronto, and she's been with our team for a long time, but now she's going to be a full-time host with us in studio, working on EP Daily and also a little bit on Reviews on the Run.
Okay, for those who don't know EP Daily, talk a little bit about the program.
Well, EP Daily is an entertainment show that focuses on video games and technology and, you know, traditional entertainment. We kind of skew a little geekier than a lot of other entertainment shows. We go behind the scenes on cool games and movies and technology and applications and lots of cool things that you can do with your smartphones. We talk about stuff that is a part of everyday life, but we're kind of unique in this space.
You mentioned superheroes.
And a lot of superheroes, because superheroes are everywhere these days.
They're a huge deal.
Yes.
Massive deal. Welcome to Vancouver and escaping the big mounds of snow and -30 that's in Toronto
I know.
right now.
I'm really happy that I missed all of that. But when I first got here, there was a lot of rain, and I was told that that was the worst rain you've ever had.
Worst rain we ever had. Was this, what, a week and a half ago?
Yes.
Is that,
yeah. So the skies opened up a little bit for me. I feel like I'm being accepted into Vancouver a little bit.
You're here. You've been baptized. You geek out on what? What's your favorite thing to geek out on? Are you? What technology is Marissa?
Well, I was brought into the show because I was an avid gamer. I was always advocating for games all the time, and I guess I grew up on a lot of Nintendo. I would say I had a Game Gear, so I played a lot on that as well. But yeah, it was mostly Nintendo, I would say. And just recently, well, not just recently, I'd say a few years back, I got really into Skyrim on my Xbox, and that was what really propelled me into this industry even more. So I would say that definitely. And Skyrim's a huge RPG.
You were a fan of Vix for a long time. You used to watch the show.
Oh yeah, all the time.
And it was always part of your goal.
Yes.
I hear that quite a bit. Did you hear that?
Trying to facilitate.
I love it. Well, it's the a long time part that I hear.
Right, I get that too. I grew up watching you do sports. I know your pain. Okay, let's talk about a couple of games that you wanted to discuss this morning, you three. Who's going to take the lead on this? I don't even know who to go to.
Tell us about Titanfall.
I just want to say I've moved one position further down the couch.
No, I miss you.
Next time I won't be here at all.
Oh,
you will always be a part of our
I'm looking at some retirement properties.
You'll be over here. You'll be over here.
You know when you're a cat and you've been a mouser for a long time and they bring a new kitten into the house?
Okay.
That
You're edged
cat,
out.
Yeah, that cat is going to go to the...
He's handling it well.
So, totally, I can see how he loves to share his playground.
It's all about I shoot you, you shoot me, in a high resolution, high definition world. You know, we've seen multiplayer games before, but this is a little bit different because you have the Titan on the battlefield. This is a giant robot. You can actually climb into its belly and you can steer it around. Now you would think like being inside the Titan would be so awesome, you'll never get out of the Titan, but the Titan is actually a huge object on the battlefield, and so it makes it easier for people to target you.
Right.
And being small, you have, when you're outside of the Titan, you're actually a little more nimble. You can move around the battlefield a little bit more quickly. These maps are kind of small at this point, and there's only multiplayer. There's no single player experience, which is a little bit of a turnoff for me, but this is one of the big stories of 2014 so far.
Because again, you love to game alone, clearly. So, quickly, we've got one more. Do we have one more we need to talk about? Because we're really short on time here.
Infamous Second Son comes out very soon for the PlayStation 4, and this is the big one that everybody's been waiting for. It takes place in Seattle, which is where the developers are based, and you have incredible powers. It's very cinematic, and the last Infamous games have been a treat, so this is going to be something very special for PlayStation 4.
Riaz isn't here today. If you guys are looking, I'm going to just leave a resume down over here.
Okay, if we need some... He seems to be taking a lot of time off. He's doing all these jobs and stuff, you know. So we might need you in here.
To talk about video games.
He does. Yeah, that's it, right? That's what you need. Oh, boy. Here goes the soap opera controversy. EPN...
Reviews on the Run.
Reviews on the Run.
Every night on City.
Every night right here on City. And buy your video games.
At EB Games. And we have one more cool thing to tell you about. EPN.tv is where you find all of the stuff that we produce now. We're just launching it today. EPN.tv. Very simple.
And welcome aboard.
Thank you.
They almost let you talk a little.
I know.